Good morning, children.
Good morning, Auntie.
All right, sit. And Agrima, I want you to come here, beta. Now I am asking Agrima to do a certain thing and you have to pay attention to what she is doing because the questions will be coming back to you. Agrima, you are in a race. So you take your stance. 1. What is your position if you are in a race? You have to race. So what's your position at 1? Okay. 2. And then you? So don't run. Just do it in slow motion. What is 3? Okay. Done. Come here. Now I'm asking you all. When I asked her 3 and she moved, which foot did she move with?
Right, left.
Which foot was in front when she had taken that stance?
Left.
Did she move with the left foot?
Yes. No.
Are you trying to tell me that you stand like this and then you run like this only? So what do you do? Aditi, pay attention and answer. What do you do?
Auntie, we have to go to left.
No, you don't. You actually help out with the foot that is behind and bring it forward so that you take the step and then you start running. You don't. And that is exactly what we are going to do. Thank you. Exactly what we are going to do today. We have to move ahead in the chapter, yet we will go back a little. So you help me out in making the flow chart that we made yesterday. What's the date? Okay. So this was the flow chart. You said we are talking about environment and you are telling me how many divisions do I make?
3.
Pakka? Okay, so what do I write under first division? Natural? What? Natural environment? Okay. Then second? Man-made or human-made? Both are one and the same. And the third you said? Okay. Human environment. Now, yesterday I think we had actually talked about in general about all of them. Today what we'll do is natural is subdivided?
Yes, sir.
Okay, into? Biotic and? Okay, biotic mein you told me yesterday that what comes? Beta, raise your hand because I couldn't understand. Alright, Raket.
Yes, Auntie. Natural non-living things like rocks.
In biotic, it is...
No, Auntie, biotic.
No, I'm asking, huh?
Yes, Auntie. Natural living things, for example, humans, Auntie.
Okay, humans, plants, animals. What? Animals? Rocks are living. And bacteria? Microorganisms. All this will come here. So we have understood this much. But a little bit of this has to be understood. So what comes under abiotic, Krishna? Okay, so you are telling and I am writing. Okay, atmosphere, lithosphere, okay. And did you do the work I gave you yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Good. And those are the children who are speaking loudly. The rest of you are not speaking loudly? Acha. So what we'll do today is about these 4. Okay. So we will talk about them and we'll take half the board. Which is the first one that is written? Do you have any idea, previous knowledge of atmosphere? Alright, Tushan?
And an atmosphere is a gaseous layer surrounding the earth.
Okay, I am writing as bullet points.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the gaseous layer
surrounding the earth.
surrounding the earth. That is what Tushan says. Anything else that the others would want to add? No, wait, beta, we are still on atmosphere. Anything more you want to add, Kulsum?
And that it's 78% of nitrogen,
Okay, wait. 78% of nitrogen,
21% of oxygen,
21%. And what is this called?
and recombination.
Of oxygen. And then,
And then 1% is other gases.
beta, will you allow her to answer since she's answering?
And 1% is other gases like water vapors and other gases.
Okay, like water vapor. What else? Okay, I also know a little valency.
Neon,
Huh?
neon,
Neon, methane, argon, other gases. Okay, we leave it because there are too many gases over there. So, sorry? Haan, beta, you can write it because this way you are moving with the class. Any other point that you understand or recall?
Auntie, it is also the outermost sphere.
Sorry?
It is the outermost sphere.
Outermost sphere, alright. Anything else you remember? 1 second, beta, I'll just write and turn to you. Huh? Okay. Yes, Razin?
It is like a blanket that protects you.
Okay, a blanket that protects the air. Now, alright, Haider. Huh? When do you actually need a blanket? When do you cover yourself with a blanket?
When it's too cold
And?
and when it's hot.
No. When you are feeling cold. Now it can be because the weather is cold, or it can also be because you are lying in an AC which you feel is colder than your body likes. So you are going to cover it. So basically what are you saying? That the atmosphere layer acts as a blanket in both seasons. How? When it is too hot, then it filters the excess heat so that it is very livable and comfortable for you to be present on the earth's surface. Plus the fact that when it is too cold, then also it manages to regulate the temperature for you. That is what you are saying because it's a blanket. Yes, Darshini?
And the ozone layer also comes in the atmosphere.
Okay, so anybody has any idea of, you are saying layer of atmosphere. So do you have any idea of layers of atmosphere?
There is 7 types of
7?
8.
Sure, any idea?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
Anti-troposphere,
Okay.
stratosphere,
Huh?
mesosphere,
Huh?
thermosphere, and exosphere.
Okay, what we do is that we generally, when you can't shift their positions, because you're talking about layers which are already there. How do we know? The scientists have already studied it, and they say that air layer or atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. And those 5 layers, we will start from the one which is nearest to the surface of the earth. So we started as troposphere.
Yes.
What he said is right. Troposphere. Then above it you'll find is the stratosphere. And I'm underlining the first letters because we will create stratosphere. Mnemonics. I'll make you understand what mnemonics are. Third is TSM, mesosphere. Then TE. Now TH hota hai ye because the next layer is thermosphere. And the outermost, or let's say the before meeting space, the 5th layer is exosphere. So when we have to create a diagram, we roughly do it as an L trough we make, not a closed trough, and then we say this is the troposphere, and the line where troposphere ends and the next layer, stratosphere starts, is called your tropopause. That means the layer of troposphere has stopped now. The next layer has features which are not of troposphere. So you have stratosphere, and we generally draw straight lines, though it doesn't exist like that. You have to understand, air is very mobile. So you can't have something and say the layers are evenly distributed, so you are making, for our convenience we draw straight lines by showing that there is this layer and the next layer. Okay? So just understand that this is troposphere, tropopause, stratosphere, and then it comes as stratopause. Alright, now above this is your mesopause. Mesopause. Then you have the thermopause. Then you don't have any exopause because exosphere mingles with space. So you have nothing to call exopause. Only the first 4 layers, above which you have different layers. Above exosphere you don't have any layer. So it's simply space. So over here it's the exosphere which mingles with the space. Alright, is this much clear about atmosphere? Because beyond this we will go into more details in the chapter when we do atmosphere. Right now we are covering this much, that these are the points, most of them were told by you. Now under this we have to understand what is the work of the main gases present in the atmosphere. Okay? So is this much alright? Will you be able to make the diagram of atmosphere in the blank page in the geography copy? Yes. Any child who is not very clear about these portions of atmosphere? Somebody wants to put in an extra word? Any point? Sure?
Stratosphere is the layer in which ozone gas exists.
So
it protects us from the ultraviolet rays of the sun.
Ozone layer starts there. And when we call it, yes, Haider?
And I want to say that the atmosphere also protects us from the meteors which are coming into Earth's surface.
Which layer?
And the atmosphere.
No, atmosphere, it is divided into these layers. Which layer?
And the mesosphere.
Mesosphere. That is the layer where you generally find that meteors which are coming again in the Earth's atmosphere, they have entered, they generally burn up here. If they are not able to burn up, and then you have a meteorite hit, a meteor which is unable to burn up completely and ends up by hitting the surface of the Earth, is a meteorite. R-I-T-E. Alright. Yes, Aditi?
Auntie, I have a question. Auntie, does the layer of atmosphere protect us from global warming?
It would have protected it if we hadn't created so much of pollution. So when we come to this, we'll study about them, and we'll do a bit in detail when we come to the chapter. See, right now Shauri told you that we have an ozone layer, which we call it as is being depleted. Depleted means kam ho raha hai. So agar it was this thick, now it has started thinning because of all the pollution that we humans are creating. That is affecting on its, if it had been a natural presence, then we were already protected. Naturally, the atmosphere would have protected. But now if we are playing with it, then there is cause for worry. So we'll discuss this when we are actually doing the chapter atmosphere. Alright, for homework, the work is that you will try and find out a little about this, make the diagram of atmosphere, because only this much we'll be doing for the next spheres also. Done? Thank you, children.
Thank you.